Your name is Edna May Pearson. Is that correct?
Edna, yes.
And you've been convicted of attempted murder and sentenced to 18 months imprisonment. Is that correct? Oh, come on, Pearson. It's a bit of a shock for everyone at first, but as soon as we get this out of the way...
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. It's just like a bad dream. Everyone keeps saying that I murdered my husband, and I didn't. I couldn't. Not Harry.
No, of course. Well, look, I'll just repeat the questions, and you answer, all right? You have been convicted of... Oh, well, look, you remember all that. Just answer yes or no.
Yes.
Good. Well, now we've got that out of the way. Now, thank you. All you have to do is shower and change, and then I'll take you to see the sister. Do you feel up to it?
Yes. Thank you. You've been very kind. Do you think... I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Oh, Barry. Mrs. Barry.
Mrs. Barry, do you think I could see my husband?
Oh, well, no, not just yet. We'd like to get you settled in first, but I'm sure you'll see him soon. Oh, I've read all about him. He sounds a wonderful man.
Yes. Yes, he is. So why would I want to poison him?
But how can they say you poisoned your husband if he says you didn't?
Yeah, I gotta admit it, the whole thing seemed cockeyed to me. I've been watching it on the telly. I couldn't believe it when they found you guilty.
Oh, thank heaven someone believes me. You've no idea what that means to me.
But didn't your husband say something about taking the poison by accident?
In his workshop, yes. Well, it must have been what happened. We can't think of any other explanation.
Well, I'm with Bobby. I just can't see how they can find you guilty.
Yeah, it's bloody amazing.
Well, my barrister said it looked bad because of the death of my first husband.
Oh, bloody hell. Did you knock him off too, did you?
Don't take any notice of her, Edna. We don't.
No, you see, Morris, that was my first husband. He was chronically ill for the last 3 years of his life, and then he took poison and killed himself.
Don't even think about losing hope. We're going to make them see it's all a load of nonsense and that you shouldn't be here. Nothing surer. I love you, and you love me. And that's why we're going to win.
You're new to me. What's your name again?
Pearson. Edna Pearson.
Oh. I've read about you. You're the poisoner. Well, I can't have you in here preparing food. Leave that alone immediately.
Mrs. O'Regan, that's not fair. Edna's innocent.
Yeah, husband's even getting an appeal for her. He wouldn't do that if he thought she tried to bump him off, would he?
I am innocent, Mrs. O'Regan.
That's not what the papers said. And you are in prison, aren't you? I won't have the poisoner in my kitchen. Goodness knows there's plenty in here don't deserve to go on breathing God's clean air. But just the same, they've got their rights. And I'll not see anyone poisoned by food from my kitchen. I'm going to see the governor and have you taken off kitchen duties immediately. Oh. And don't you touch any food while I'm gone, do you hear?
I'm concerned. The whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. Now, you tell me, why would a sweet lady like that try and poison me? My Edna and I have the sort of marriage you only read about in books. It's just tearing me apart to think of her shut away behind those cold grey walls for a crime she never committed. I want my Edna back. I won't rest until I get her back.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson. Well, listeners,
He's really pulling for you, love.
Go on, say.
I'm surprised they didn't let you off on his testimony alone. He sounds so sincere.
Must be nice having a bloke like that looking out for you.
It is, dear. It's the only thing that's kept me going these past dreadful weeks.
You know, you should ask if you can work out here in the garden. You're much better than in that depressing old laundry. With your green fingers, you could have this place looking a treat in no time.
Take a bit longer than that, I think.
Oh, I don't know, a little bit of pruning here and there, fixing a few things up. Like this oleander bush, for instance, could do with a bit of attention. Funny how such a dangerous plant can have such delicate flowers, isn't it?
Well, it's only the sap that's poisonous.
Yes, yeah, when I was a kid, a friend of mine nearly died from it. His sister used the sap to make milk for a make-believe tea party. Can you imagine that? Oh, talking about tea parties, I promised George I'd meet him at the club. 3 o'clock. I better be going. Won't be long, love. And no more goodbyes. See you soon.
Soon.
me here, but cripes, I just have to blow me nose and I'm in trouble.
It's not like you expected, dear, is it?
Nah. And I miss me folks, something awful. That's why I like talking to you, Edna, you and Harry. You're just like Mum and Dad.
Well, you can always come and talk to me, dear. I get homesick too, you know.
Ta, you're a nice lady. Oh, I'm sorry for whinging, but I've had a thumping headache all over.
Oh? Well, I can fix that, dear. Peppermint tea is very good for headaches. Calms your nerves, too.
You don't put peppermints in with your tea, do you?
It's made from peppermint leaves, dear. There. Now, you just try that.
Oh. Aren't you having some?
Later, when I go to bed, it helps me sleep. No.
Now,
Let me...
just up there on the right.
Oh, yes. Oh, how clumsy of me.
You want me to give you a hand?
No, Mrs. Barry. It's all right. Thank you. I've managed quite well.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, dear?
Oh, just having a quick wash-up before tea. Could go a bit of tucker, too. Not like this morning. Geez, I was crook.
Well, I've brought you something in to help settle your tummy. Harry brought it in for me. He made it himself. And he's such a sweet man, I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I gave it to you.
Barley water. Just like the tennis players use, eh? Oh, well, I couldn't, Edna. It's yours.
Oh, no, dear, believe me, I really want you to have it.
Oh.
The barley water. What did you put in it?
What do you mean?
Well, it was laced, right? You tried to kill us, you bitch.
I don't know what you're on about.
It had poison in it.
Poison? You got it all wrong.
No, Pig's Eye got it wrong. We got food poisoning, just us two, and that was the only stuff we both drank.
And now someone's had the nerve to steal it back.
And the rest, these
So,
bitches.
what was in it?
Nothing. Nothing.
Hey, what's up?
You know how we're trying to figure out what was wrong with Alice and Francis?
We figured it out, films.
Because the barley water that Edna gave me.
Barley water? Come off it. Those two drink anything from beer to embalming fluid. It'd take more than barley water to put them out of action.
This is more than barley water. It's got poison in it.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Jude, you've got to believe me. Edna must have done it.
Are you having me on?
Look, she gave me this stuff. Before I get a chance to drink it, they swipe it, they get stuck into it, and the next thing they've got food poisoning.
Yes, so why does it always have to be Edna that does it? Nobody likes those two. Anybody could have poisoned their food.
Maybe.
Here, that's an old bush's trick.
What's this for?
Here, let me show you. You really are a marvel, dear. I'd be happy to put you to work in my kitchen.
Oh, I probably won't know the difference between Mornay and hollandaise by the time I get out of here.
Oh.
This is scrummy. Bobby done it spot on.
Fluked it, you mean?
Mr. Pearson, may I be the first to congratulate you.
My appeal
Has been upheld. Your husband's on his way down to get you now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Great. Hey, everybody, Edna's gonna be released. Let's hear it for her. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
Thank you. I can't believe it. Oh, thank you. When do I leave, Mrs. Morris?
Well, now, unless you want to keep him waiting.
Oh, dear Harry, I'll write to you all, I promise.
Good on you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Come off it, Rabbit. We go...
Hey, come on now, quit clowning around.
Mrs. Barry! Mrs. Barry, quick, get the doctor!
Something's wrong with Rose.
Yesterday, she said that Edna tried to poison her.
Oh, but why? When her appeal was coming up.
Her appeal. Obviously, the rabbit has seen or heard something she shouldn't have, and Edna's tried to stop her from blowing a story.
Yeah, and do you realize that that makes Edna as guilty as hell? Thank God she isn't here.
You're joking. Now everyone believes she's innocent. She'll probably try again on dear Harry.
Mr. Harry Pearson today confirmed that he and his wife Edna will separate. Mr. Pearson, whose campaign for his wife's release led to a quashing of her conviction for attempted poisoning, announced that irreconcilable differences caused the separation.
Thank God
Members
for that.
of the Citizens Law Reform Group protested outside the Supreme Court today, demanding a retrial for Pearson. They claimed that the separation is proof that Mr. Pearson's evidence could stand a closer investigation. But they were told
Good
the case
on
was
you, love.
definitely
You
closed.
convinced them.